everybody. Welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're going to talk about one of the great resources of our area that not everybody talks about a lot, and that's Fletcher Community College out on 311. And it's just been a big part of our community. My mom went there and got her LPN back probably 50 years ago. It's been, like I said, a big part of our community, and that campus continues to grow, and a lot of good things happening out there. Anna Nanny is the vice chancellor for enrollment and student development.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being with us, and I appreciate it. I always say, man, God, Fletcher's got so much going on out there. You know, when you talk about some of the programs y'all develop for workers, and to see with the local workforce how they need people, and y'all fit them into that development. The power line guys were a great success, right? Y'all had like 100% placement after they went out. So it is a great development for a lot of folks around here. You always see a lot of shingles. Everybody needs workers for sure. So including you guys, I think we're going to talk about hiring out at Fletcher later on. But so let's talk about what's going on. Enrollment, student development. So tell me about that first of all.
Sure. So at Fletcher, one of the biggest parts of our mission is to be responsive to what the community needs. And so if the community sees a need for workforce development in a certain area, it's our responsibility to create programs around that. So we have 4 credit programs, we call them, that are the traditional college track. Enrollment for that is ongoing. Our summer semester begins June 1st. And that's the typical students that want to take nursing, like your mom, general studies, things of that nature. We have technical programs, agriculture, technology, a whole bunch of a variety of things.
That's the 4 pillars?
Oh, no.
Okay.
We have far more. So we have nursing, allied health, technical education. We have a avionics division and a business education, arts and math. So we have a lot of opportunities. But one area that we have a little more leeway and leniency with is our workforce programs. And so we have several programs, line worker being one of them. We have notary, the list goes on and on, but basically those classes are the ways we can impact community need. And so when business and industry comes to us and says, we have employees that we need training on customer service or this, certification for IT, we can develop that training and offer it. And it's how we get to really impact the community. So, we talked about 8-week sessions. The summer semester's coming up. That's typically 8 weeks. And so students are used to taking maybe 6 credit hours in an 8-week session. That's 6 to 9 credit hours. It would be every day. Yeah. Most of the time, those classes in the summer, though not every class, but most are online. And we see a lot of success with our online students in 8 weeks. But one of the things we switched to this past fall was offering a variety of 8-week sessions within a term. So for the fall, we have the traditional 15 or 16-week courses, but we also have where a student can take 6 credit hours in the first 8 weeks and then 6 credit hours in the second 8 weeks. And where that's beneficial to the student is instead of paying attention to 4 classes at a time, they're focused on 2. The information is coming at them a little more quickly, but they're able to focus differently. Yeah. And so what we were seeing was students were withdrawing and choosing that they were going to drop out at week 6. And we've come to find that students are willing to go 2 more weeks and say, you know what, I only have 2 weeks left. I can do this. As opposed to, man, I still have 10 weeks left of this class. I can't do this. I've got to, I have other things to tend to.
That's interesting. Almost like quarters and half of a quarter, actually. But the way it seemed like, engineering students seemed like they did well at Louisiana Tech because they were in quarters. It's very interesting the way you do that. So, the segments, the way they do it, how many enrolled students you have in Fletcher?
Any given time, we would say probably around 2,000 is our head count.
And then that doesn't exclude folks that, like, if they just graduated from a local high school, catching a quick,
Oh, absolutely.
And then before they go to another 4-year college. I mean,
absolutely.
That's really, I guess, why it was built. I mean, we're now including all these workforce initiatives and all that. But you could also stay at your house, pick up, half your credit hours and transfer it to a 4-year school.
Yeah. The other thing that's beneficial with the 8-week sessions that we've seen is that so often we'll get communication from prospective students right after the semester has begun. And we'll have to say, I'm so sorry, you can't enroll. You have to wait until the next semester. Well, now instead of asking students to wait 3 months, we ask them to wait a few
8 weeks.
weeks and we can get started.
Oh, that's all. That's a great way to do it. So you said classes begin on June 1st. So enrollment's starting right now?
We are registering students for the summer of 23 and the fall of 23, which starts in August. So yes, registration is open now.
How many 8-week sessions over the summer? Just the
One
Just the
8-week session over the summer.
So what's big now? What are you guys, what are you kind of focusing on around the area?
Sure. So nursing and allied health is always really popular. There is a high need, a demand right now for that particular skill set in all the areas. But I'll tell you, we are getting off the ground our agriculture technology program. It's a technical diploma. And I think that there's a huge need for that in the agricultural world. It basically teaches students how to work on the really technologically advanced equipment used in that industry. And so I don't know that many people know that we have that program.
Right.
And, it's something that we've really been trying to get out there. Of course, we have our oil and gas program that we are seeing kind of rebuild. General studies is always a great way to go, especially for those students aspiring to go into a four-year institution.
I know, we see sugarcane around here, but we don't think like Midwest farmers,
Right.
and when you're talking about technology, pretty soon those will probably be almost drones out there in the fields, right? So I'm sure that's what
and
you're
we
doing,
offer a
right?
drones class as well for workforce. And so how those two can go hand in hand has been pretty interesting.
So a great way to go online and look and see what you're offering for a prospective student.
Absolutely.
Right? And then enroll.
Fletcher.edu is going to be the way to go. First, everyone had to be online, and we thought, this is going to take off. And it has. We do see still a large majority of our students wanting and preferring online learning. We've had to get creative because sometimes students want that for the flexibility of the schedule, but they still need that hands-on. They still need that one-on-one with the faculty. So we have some in-person classes, some strictly online, and then a hybrid approach where the faculty is available to teach in person and also maybe make a video recording of that lecture to post in the online portal. So we're still seeing a heavy lean towards the online. I think we've all our students in general have gotten a little spoiled with that. And I was an online student for the longest time, so I can really understand the family responsibilities, work responsibilities. Online is the way to go. But we are still seeing students who want and need that traditional learning environment. And so we are trying to figure out the best way to serve the greatest number of students.
Well, yeah, and I think as older guys, sometimes when you're hiring people, you kind of, we don't trust online, right?
Yeah, and we've seen that. I remember when I first entered higher ed, it was, this is an online institution, right? We have to watch that. But 2 of my degrees have been obtained online, and I can tell you, having gone through those programs, there's checks and balances that are built in, and so ensuring that you learn everything, that you're the one doing the work, all of that stuff. That's, I guess, the great part about technology.
Yeah. Do you have to be from Louisiana, or could you? No. I mean, University of Phoenix obviously is in Phoenix, but you could take those here. Same kind of deal. You could take courses.
You can be
from Fletcher
located anywhere.
I got you. Okay, you got a career fair that's happening on Wednesday. So Wednesday would be what, May 3rd? Is that?
Yep, tomorrow. Today's Tuesday.
So
right?
Tell me what happens at a career fair, and this is particularly as a healthcare.
Yes.
Career fair.
So one of the things that we've found that there's a huge need for is assistance with job placement. So our student population let us know that not only did they want a good education, but they wanted help obtaining that job. That's really why they're coming to us. They're not coming to us to get an education and go sit on the sofa. And so ensuring opportunities for business and industry to meet our either graduates, soon to be graduates, our current students, because, you don't necessarily have to have a full associate's degree to get some jobs. Maybe you have certifications and you're working towards the associate's degree. So healthcare is a really popular one. We offer programs in nursing, cardiopulmonary, surgical technology. We have a whole slew of them. Sure. We have phlebotomy, practical nursing. And so being that this is one of our larger divisions, we decided to really focus in on healthcare specifically. Not to say that students in other programs couldn't come, because hospitals need accountants, they need computer guys, it takes a lot to run a business. But being able to really focus in on a particular type of industry, we found to be beneficial. We can have more employers come in. to utilize the space, set up a table, and they can meet with our students.
Yeah. So again, it's on May 3rd. Did I say 9 to 1
9 to
p.m.? So
1.
it's on campus, so right?
Yes.
So who will be the hiring managers that'll be coming to this?
So that's going to be listed online. I would be hesitant to say specifically because I haven't necessarily seen the list.
sure
But you're going to
General
see,
and
we
Thibodeau
have a
Region,
lot of
yeah.
partnerships with local medical institutions, the hospitals, CIS, things of that nature. And so I would assume that, those are the folks that are going to be attending.
Right. No, that's a great chance. And look, that's where it all is, right? Nowadays, I have a couple of kids that have graduated and went through the job hiring process, and everybody's like, don't come see us, just send an email, right? Well, then you get in with 5,000 emails. When somebody can see you in person, show your personality, make a little eye contact, that seems like a great way to do it. And I'm sure y'all see the benefits of that.
Absolutely. And our our director of career services helps students with resume building, with interview skills, with just job placement in general. So if a student is not able to come to this particular career fair, she's still going to work with that student to connect them to possible job opportunities. So it's not necessarily all encompassed in this one event, but it allows students to browse, to see what's available to them, and it allows the business and industry partners to get to meet our students as well.
That's again so fascinating that y'all work with industry to make spots and make things. That seems like you cast a pretty wide net, maybe not so deep but wide. Right. How do you find that many professors and on your end to hiring? That's a part of a deal too, right?
Absolutely. And if you were to go on our website and look under employment, you'd see there's several positions available, especially on the academic side. And what we see is people really love, Fletcher was just voted by faculty and staff as one of the best places in the country to work. We are genuinely and truly a family surrounded by individuals who care, right? Sometimes we have to explain to, I guess, prospective candidates who are interested in positions is that, yes, maybe in business and industry, you could make a little bit more, but also we have really structured hours and we don't typically work weekends and there's great benefits, right? So while there is sometimes it can be difficult. We also work with tons of professors to be what we call adjunct professors. So they teach 1 or 2 classes.
Don't have to have a PhD.
No.
I guess. Okay.
So you do have to, in most disciplines, you do have to have a master's degree.
Right.
But especially in our technical fields, we recognize there are a lot of folks out in business and industry doing that hands-on trade who would be great at the job.
You guys got a big party going on this weekend, a little derby party, Kentucky Derby. Now, I don't know what y'all have to do with horses. I know y'all got a lot of pasture land around there. I don't see many horses running around there.
No horses will be present at the event. But yeah, we have the Derby party. This is, I think, the second, maybe third year we've done it. And it's just a really good time. Great auction items. There's fun drinks.
Ben Juleps?
Ben Juleps,
Nice.
yes. And just really good networking opportunities and just kind of a good relaxing time to watch the race, visit with folks. It's a
fundraiser.
It is a fundraiser, yes. And tickets are still available on the website. It's fletcher.edu. There are the scrolling banners. You'll see this banner there, or use the QR code to purchase the
Click
ticket.
right on the screen there. It'll bring you there. So yeah, you a little bourbon tasting. Obviously, you'll have the race will be there.
Sure.
Everybody's wearing hats. I don't know. I've been to now the fairgrounds. I think opening day is usually Thanksgiving, and everybody wears the hats there too.
Love it.
So
Very Southern.
it gets to become it's a great Instagram thing for a lot of folks, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, and this
Today's
event.
crowd.
I am today's crowd. I would love a big hat. But this particular fundraiser helps to sponsor scholarships for some of our students. And so we've seen time and time again, it's not unique to Fletcher. Students struggle to figure out how they're going to pay for college, right? There are a lot of funding options out there, scholarships being one of them. And so we use this event as a way to pull money together so that the students who are applying for scholarships or students who show having extra need, that we can provide that financial resource to them.
Yeah, look, as a community college, we went right through COVID, and it seemed like every guest we talked about 2 years of COVID, right
Yep.
into to
Ida.
hurricane. Okay? But we are kind of rebounding out of that, and so are you guys. It kind of took we were always talking about how great Fletcher was doing, but it did take the wind out of sales probably more with COVID. But then people just going to college after they're trying to rebuild their homes.
Absolutely.
So tell me about the state of the campus
Sure.
and the enrollment trying to get back to school.
Absolutely. Pre-COVID, we were seeing pretty steady inclines in enrollment. And I'm going to tell you, it really hurt my feelings when COVID hit, because obviously it was impacting so many people. It wasn't unique to me.
Right.
But we did see a decline, and higher education in general saw a decline. And then we started after, for the fall of 2021, we were back at it, and we were seeming to project positively. And then, of course, the storm hit. And so we realized that we really had to focus in on how do we help our community? So yes, we want to get students enrolled because we know that helps our community. But it was an opportunity for us to offer, food drives, clothing drives, things of that nature, and really come together to serve our community. And I think that we were able to make an impact. And what we're seeing right now is we're getting back to those positive outcomes around enrollment. We still have room to grow. I would argue that we have a huge portion of our community and population who still need us, who may not know everything that we can provide to them, and who we can get enrolled. But I would say that my feelings aren't hurt as much anymore, that we're starting to see students willing to come back. And I think that they see they have options, right? We referenced online learning. That was I guess you could argue, positive outcome of COVID. We all had to learn how to do it. Address technology needs, but we're really trying to focus in on how we serve the whole student. We recognize that, sure, some students may have academic needs. Maybe they need tutoring. Maybe they need extra support with their faculty member. But we also recognize that students are sometimes have food insecurities. They have housing insecurities, transportation issues. And so what can we do to help take care of that for them while they are enrolled?
Yeah,
and
not to mention financial, which is, again, why you're having a fundraiser to trying to help those folks out. But yeah, that's a great part of what it does. And then obviously you can have like a taste test, right? Is college for me, right? Or is technical more for me, which you can do both very well. But if you're thinking, man, maybe I'm scared. Nobody in my family ever went to university. You're going to get a little taste test out there for 8 weeks and see if it's for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see a lot of first generation students. We work really closely with high schools. We have a great dual enrollment program with a lot of our high schools. So we're able to offer education opportunities to students while they're still in high school. They can easily transition those credits into us, into a degree program with us, or transfer them if they want to go to another institution. We hope that they get an opportunity to learn the level of expectation within a college course while they're doing that. And, I think we like to imagine we're set up in such a way where we have, like I said, this holistic approach of come in, tell us who you want to be, what you want to be, and tell us how we can help to get you there.
And a lot of financial assistance available, Pell Grants, all those kind of things, loans, which not as popular. But hey, look, we got a minute left, but so we're going to make a highway that's going to dump right into Fletcher, right? The Valhai is going to, that ought to help you guys too, right?
That'd be great.
Right. It's going to go underneath the highway, and it's going to come out right to where you guys are, right? So that ought to, not that 311 is not popular enough, but a great way to get to school there, right?
Sure.
Is that going to affect you guys at all?
I hope positively. We do see a lot of traffic there. If you have a window, office, or a classroom facing out, every once in a while you'll see, a little interesting traffic approach. But, I do think there's a lot of development opportunity around that area. And, we have a great facility. We're adding new buildings to our campus as we speak. We have a building being built and more to come in the future.
I love the campus.
I think we have a lot of opportunity for the community to take part in.
We'll get you on a baseball team out there or something, basketball. No, it's a great campus. And like I say, a great asset to our community. So thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more Bite Time right after this.